Hi, I'm Nancy Griffin. We're going to do a butternut squash soup, and I wanted you to see what it looked like before we cooked it. So I'm going to put it in a big pot and steam it until it's soft, and then I'm going to cut up in little pieces after it's peeled, of course, and make a soup out of it, because this is autumn and this is soup weather. Autumn and winter are very much soup weather, so we're going to have butternut squash soup. So stay tuned. After it's cooked, I'll show you how it looks. I have cooked this butternut squash, boiled it. You can bake it whichever way you want to do it. I put it in this pan and boiled it for a couple hours until I could stick a fork in it and it was soft. So I'm going to peel with a potato peeler the skin off. And then I'm going to chop it up after I remove the seeds. And such as pumpkin seeds, I like to bake the seeds that are in this butternut squash and put some spike on it and some Himalayan salt for a snack. It's very nutritious. See how this comes off just beautifully.
A lot easier than when it's hard.
Oh yes, you need an axe and a lumberjack. Just peel this off. So, as I peel this, you want to eat as many different kinds of vegetables so you won't get an allergy. Don't repeat your foods all the time, because what will happen is your colon will build up an allergy. When you eat that, then you'll be allergic to it and you won't feel well. So that's why a lot of people are allergic to wheat. Not only are they not producing wheat properly these days, but it has gluten in it, and it's toxic to the body. Plus you want to get psyllium seeds. You can get it at the health food store, either in a bag, a plastic bag, or a jar. They come in those containers like a vitamin. Or you can call Swanson's and order it from them. And it's spelled P-S-Y-L-L-H-I-M, something to that. That's probably not correct, but it's close enough. You'll know what it is. Anyway, you want to get psyllium seeds and drink them every morning with your vitamins. And you can put some fruit juice in it, and or emergency. And you want to clean out your colon so you don't have toxic buildup in your colon. Your colon is where you take nutrition into your body. And you want to be able to have a colon that is not backed up. Now, when you drink coffee, the coffee is very much like enamel paint on the kitchen. It covers up the clovers in your colon that is supposed to accept nutrition and feed your body. That's why people start getting sick when they don't clean out their colon. I think there's a whole series of books on your colon cleansing. And his last name was Gray. He talked about death begins in the colon and life begins in the colon too. So keep your colon cleansed. Do that psyllium seed at least once a week. It's better if you do it more. Now I've sliced this in half to cut this top off.
What a beautiful color.
Isn't that pretty? Now we know it's truly autumn because we have these beautiful winter squashes. You've had all the summer squashes this summer. Now you're going to get the winter ones. Try to eat your food in season. Don't eat it all year round, because you won't build up an allergy that way. And then what you want to do is take your food and variegate it. Don't eat it the same thing. I know you get hooked on something, you crave it. That's not good for you. Variegate your foods. I'm going to dry these seeds out and bake them in the oven. Well, today I'm using my daughter Karen's recipe. She gave this to me. She made this for another student and myself a while back, and it was so delicious. I wanted to try it. So I'm going to cut this up in chunk-sized pieces. It's already soft and cooked, but we're going to make soup out of it. And I've got the vegetable bouillon cubes here I'm putting in this pan of pure water. We have pristine water system here, thanks to Sonia. And We're cooking our food in it, we drink it. And they're in Laguna Woods, pristine water system if you want to look them up. If you want to be healthy, pure water. It is very good for you. It helps heal your body. Okay, I'm only going to put 3 in for now, and if it needs more later. And I'm going to take the chopped up, I think I have 4 cloves of garlic in here, chopped up fine. Not too fine, but chopped up. Okay. Put that in there. Now I'm going to cut these in pieces. Almost matches my apron, doesn't it? It's fall, so we're doing fall recipes for you out there. Okay. It's a pretty color, wonderful consistency. See, when you pre-cook your butternut squash, then you don't have to worry about peeling it because it just peels so beautifully. And I'll show you what other ingredients we're going to put in here after it's cooked enough and I use the blender on it. We're going to put silk cream. I have the original. It doesn't have the vanilla flavor in it, but you can use the vanilla flavored one if you want to. Okay, here we go. Almost ready. It's going to be so good. Now, I'm going to put this on the stove and cook it for a little while longer at a low heat. And then I'm going to get out the blender and I'm going to add a stick of vegetarian butter or spread, whatever you want to call it, some silk cream and some nutmeg, and it's going to get all blended up. So stay tuned. Welcome back. As you can see by the steam coming up before my face, I'm getting a facial while I'm making you a soup. This is the results, if the camera can pick that up. I've chopped up the butternut squash and you can stick a fork through it very easily. So what I'm going to do is going to let it cool just a little bit, and then I'm going to beat it and put some butter and cream and nutmeg in it, and then serve it with French bread. So here goes. I love these hand-held beaters. My students bought this for me during one of our seminars in Sedona, and I've used it ever since. Make sure you get all the pieces blended because you want it to be creamy. See some chunks in there. As the big chunks float by, just grab them. Or you can use a regular mixing beater if you want to. I just happen to prefer this for soups.
And it saves you a pan, an extra bowl.
Yes. What I'm going to do now, I think I've got all the chunks out. If I'm not, I'll soon see. Okay, here comes the margarine. What was the name of this brand? Sorry?
It's Earth Balance Vegan
Butter. Margarine. Okay, stirring that around with my spatula. Let it get creamy. Smells so yummy. We're going to have to invent smell-o-vision, I guess. I might serve this in one of my seminars that I'm having in December. I'm going to do a 3-day seminar on the Christ consciousness. We're going to stay in the Christ consciousness for 3 days. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing what miracles transpire after 3 days in Christ consciousness. the end of this year, 29th, 30th, and 31st of December. For anyone that is feeling drawn, you can reach me on my website at nrg@griffinpublishing.org is my email address if you're interested. Okay, now the butter is almost melted, but we're going to melt it all the way so it's getting really creamy, and this heat is melting the butter that we got out of the freezer. You can freeze this butter. If you live a long way away from a grocery store that carries natural foods or a health food store, and get a freezer. You can freeze this stuff. I buy soy sauce cheese, and it freezes beautifully. It doesn't crumble when you pull it out of the freezer and defrost it. It's just wonderful. So get your health food store to order it for you. They will. And if you're living out in the ranch or something and you want to cook vegetarian, well, get a freezer and you can freeze these products. There's a lot of wonderful vegetarian meats that are available. You can have them on hand. Okay, this is almost gone. So remember to variegate your foods. Don't do the same food over and over and over again because you'll build up an allergy in your colon. So use the psyllium seeds to brush out your colon and heal your body so you can stay healthy. Okay, now I'm going to pour a little bit of cream in here from Silk. I love Silk. They're now making a yogurt that's yummy. So this is the original creamer. Doesn't have any flavorings in it. Okay, this butter is almost melted. I don't want to put the cream in too soon. It'll prevent the butter from melting. There we go. Let's put a little nutmeg in. Okay, for some reason. We'll be right back. Okay, back. I'm putting nutmeg in the soup, and it's coming in. I guess it's a little moist from the steam. And I'm going to stir it a little bit more. Oh, that smells so yummy. Okay, now what I'm very gently going to do is pour this creamer in here, ever so slightly, about 1/4 of a cup. And a little bit more, 1/4 of a cup. Yeah. Okay, this is ready to serve. And I put 4 cubes of vegetable bouillon in here. I put 3 in first and cooked them down, and then I tasted it to see if it was enough. So it wasn't, so to the broth, so I added 1 more. So this is a total of 4 cubes of vegetable broth bouillon. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye now. Used to subscribe, I should say, to our show. Just hit the subscribe button and you'll get a notice when we're having another show released. We've filmed about 45 or 46, and I think we've aired 11 or 12, so keep posted. God bless.